Good morning once again to the Pop and Wrestling Podcast with me, Coach 23, where we talk about pro wrestling, pop culture, and life in general. So, what you're hearing in the background is Miss Rachel singing Animal Song, and my kid is playing with his, milk. But give it to me. It's not a toy. But yeah. So, how are you guys doing? It's weekend. That's my co-host. Um, he's playing with his milk. So I have to do this. Yeah. Making expensive, kid. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, it's Saturday here in Manila, Friday night in the States. So obviously it's Friday night Smackdown day, the go home show before tomorrow's Survivor Series. Uh, Survivor Series. Yeah. Uh, so how are you guys doing? So yeah, like I said, Survivor Series. I'll vote later. We're doing something in on RGC. So sorry. So okay, SmackDown happened. Interesting SmackDown. It was a tape episode because 2 days ago it was yesterday in the States. It was their Thanksgiving. So it's a holiday in the States. So everyone is what's wrong with my phone? After I yeah. So yeah. Uh, interesting turn of events for SmackDown. As I said, it's Thanksgiving in the States, so everything's taped. So uh, earlier's episode was a tape broadcast from last week after SmackDown, so that's why they're actually it's weird because last week, oh no, it was Glendale this Monday. So yeah, I believe there was still in Salt Lake City last week. So yeah, show open with the women's participants for War Games tomorrow. The team of Rhea Ripley against the team of Face Off with the team of Liv Morgan and Nia Jax because they're both champions, so I'll consider them as co-captains. Um, so it was a simple, brawl, simple promo. So they brawled along the ringside, along among the arena. Yeah, the simple, go home segment for War Games tomorrow. For me, the opening match was actually a hard hitting, yeah, good match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Andrade, for two former NXT champions. Andrade's issue with Nakamura is that he jumped the line of having, a contendership match or contender title shot against LA Knights United States Championship. Uh, Hard hitting, great back and forth matchup. I like Nakamura's attitude right now compared to his feud with Cody. I like this silent one, this mellowed serial killer type ish character. Even his music was, toned down. It was still had like the same notes, but it's been toned down. It's like grim, and I like the blackout outfit as well. But yeah, for this match, hard hitting back and forth, and makes me think that I know my prediction for tomorrow's LA Knight versus Nakamura match. Nakamura won with a little controversy. He took the top turnbuckle when Andrade was about to hit a version of Meteora. So Andrade hit his face, or at least his the turnbuckle, exposed turnbuckle, and you know he is ripe for the opening, and Nakamura hit the Kinshasa against him, and and Shinsuke Nakamura won. LA Knight tried to tried to attack him, but he was sprayed with a mist, a black mist, and yeah. So I'll tell my predictions after this review. Uh, but yeah, interesting turn of events. Then afterwards, Nick Aldis is a backstage segment. Nick Aldis approached the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa's team, and told them that the main event match between Jey Uso and the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, will be an advantage match for tomorrow's War Games. And everybody's banned from the ringside. So yeah. Then another backstage segment happened. DIY was arguing, so it's Tommaso Ciampa being still, upset, PO'd, about what's happening with him in the tag team championship and him ratting out Johnny Gargano because it was already well established that Alex Shelley of the current WWE Tag Team Champions, Motor City Machine Guns. Alex Shelley was a former trainer and mentor for Johnny Gargano when he was starting out. And Champa said, you know what, make your own choice, make your decision. Are you with me or against me? Because if your thing doesn't work out, you have to follow my way. And why do I sense that it will be a turn? Meaning Johnny Gargano will side with Tommaso Ciampa to be a heel group against the MCMG's, babyface tag team. It's interesting matchup, and like I said, when they had their first match a few weeks ago when Motor City Machine Guns won, I said I hope these two will have like a series of matches that will end up at WrestleMania because I think they have the potential to steal the show there. Even if it's like a normal one-on-one match or give me like 2 out of 3 falls match, they will definitely kill it there. So yeah, then following a match, uh, it's Cody Rhodes challenging Carmelo Hayes in a one-on-one match, non-title match. Great back and forth match. I actually like this match better compared to their first match earlier this year when Carmelo Hayes was drafted to SmackDown. Less mistakes from these two because I believe there was this. I remembered it. There was this mistake that they were trying to do both a cutter, but one was late during that time. But the thing is, yeah, Cody won still because of course he's rated 99 if ever for like a uh WWE game if whatnot. So yeah, Cody won. Before that, actually, there was like a pre-tape promo from Kevin Owens citing why was he right against Cody Rhodes. And like you said, the best heels right now, heels like Kevin Owens and like Drew McIntyre, they speak the truth. They just tell the truth about some of the given facts from like the person they're feuding with. One with Drew and CM Punk, it was given fact that he left. He tried to destroy WWE by taking shots at WWE left and right, and now he's back, and the fans are open him back with open arms, welcome him with open arms. Say with Cody Rhodes, uh, they tried for like 2 years straight. They tried to destroy the bloodline, only for him to team up with Roman Reigns earlier. Well, a few months ago in Bad Blood. So what gives? The best heels right now really are those people who speak the truth. And like I said, time and time again in this podcast, the truth hurts. Um, if that's background music is sound, then it's my kid. I cannot turn it off. He will cry, and it doesn't good. So after the match, the one-on-one face-off backstage segment between CM Punk and OTC Roman Reigns, mediated by the wise man Paul Heyman. Interesting turn of events. They just reiterated what I've said or mentioned last week when they were just pointing out that what Punk was doing there, and they were like saying, "I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for him," meaning Punk, pointing at Paul Heyman because he's my wise man first. Like no, he's my wise man. So they're like fighting whoever wise man's there. So Roman said, I don't need your help. We don't need your help. I don't like you. Then yeah, CM Punk reiterated like, no, I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for him. He asked me a favor for me to do this for you, and that's it. Tomorrow it's official. CM Punk is fifth member of Team OG Bloodline. And I don't know what, but this will be the interesting fact. One favor. CM Punk said one favor. And Roman said, I don't owe you any favor. It's not you. He owes me. My friend owes me a favor. Anytime, anywhere I ask that favor, he has no choice but to say yes. So interesting turn of events for tomorrow. And afterwards, uh another United States Women's Championship tournament. So it's me, Chin versus Piper Niven, and replacing Jade Cargill, Lash Legend, because Jade Cargill, according to reports, is quite injured or banged up. So yeah, interesting three women match. Michin won to advance for that women's championship tournament that I believe they will crown on December 14th for Sunday night or Saturday night's main event. So yeah, I still have my money on Chelsea Green to win this one. If not her, it's Bailey. But yeah, who knows? Um. So yeah, Michin won. Then the main event, Jacob Fatu. I believe this is his first singles SmackDown main event versus Jey Uso to whoever has the advantage for tomorrow's War Games for them. And great back and forth. Um, they have great chemistry. Obviously, Jacob Fatu is a star, definitely. Although I think that he needs to change his finisher, because his finisher is you know a double springboard moonsault that's being used by Tiffany Stratton, prettiest moonsault ever. So I think he needs, but I believe the Impaler could be, a good finisher for him or a high impact Samoan drop. But yeah, who knows? I'm just a commentator, an opinion type person. So yeah, great back and forth match. Although this is like the second best match of the night for me. Still, it was Andrade versus Shinsuke Nakamura earlier. But yeah, Jacob Fatu won to take the advantage for his team for tomorrow's War Games match. So that's it for the SmackDown review. Interesting, I said, turn of events. Um, it's an okay go home show. So comparing this to Raw, um, this this was a little bit better, slightly better than Raw's go home show. Although Raw did like a million and a half or so viewership, still good for like a go home show. Ratings won't matter for SmackDown or for Raw next year when it hit Netflix. So yeah. Um, so yeah, interesting Raw SmackDown. Great, the segment of this is a leafy thing editing, and it's a great editing because if I'm going to compare the editing of this tape programming compared to earlier years, this 1,000 times better, definitely. Nothing against the former regime of WWE, but this was tons better when they're edit their tape programming. So yeah, good job for WWE. Like I said, decent, good programming or good go home show. Excited for tomorrow's Survivor Series War Games. Start time is at 7 a.m. here in Manila, so it's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the States and in Canada. Countdown starts at 4 p.m., so it's 5 p.m. here, 5 a.m. here in Manila. So yeah, exciting. So it's a five-match card for tomorrow. So I'll go with the predictions now. My predictions. So my prediction is my opinion. Everyone said otherwise. That's fine. So let's go with the first one. The United States Championship match between defending champion LA Knight against Shinsuke Nakamura. If you asked me like a week, 2 weeks ago, even 3 weeks ago, when Shinsuke started, attacking LA Knight, I would have told you that what 100% I'll go with LA Knight. Now I'm 50-50. I'm even like 51-49. 51% for LA Knight, 49% for Shinsuke Nakamura. So that's only like a percentage that Shinsuke Nakamura, could go over as well or could tie with that vote. But yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura, the way I think he's being presented right now, like I said, he used to be a heel when he attacked AJ Styles a few years ago, but didn't really click well as well when he was like being managed by Sami Zayn during the pandemic, the Thunderdome era. It doesn't really work for those type of heel that he was still like the eccentric, movement. I like this better. I like the presentation of Dark Nakamura better. So he really has a strong chance for tomorrow. I'm 50, like 51-49. I'm still go with LA Knight, but I won't be, ashamed of my if my prediction is wrong that LA Knight will go over tomorrow or win tomorrow if Shinsuke Nakamura won. I think Shinsuke Nakamura, this image of him is prime for a championship run as well. Albeit like, maybe until WrestleMania or so. So yeah, still go with LA Knight, but Nakamura really has a very, very extremely strong chance. Then afterwards, what's the other matches? Ah, World Heavyweight Championship match. Gunther versus defending his World Championship against Damian Priest. Well, enough said. Gunther will win tomorrow. Will he win via controversy? I don't know. Probably. It's Survivor Series. Controversies mostly always happen at a Survivor Series. But, barring wise, even the storyline with, uh, the breakable Gunther, image of Gunther, against, the overconfident Damian Priest. I still think that, Gunther will win tomorrow and will retain the title. Another match for tomorrow will be the triple threat match for the Intercontinental Champion, defending champion, Braun Breaker, against contenders Sheamus, the Celtic Warrior, and Ludwig Kaiser. As much as I like Ludwig to win, or even Sheamus to win, I like those three men to win. I don't mind each of any one of them winning as well. I'm not saying it's 33, 33, 33 for each. I still think that Braun will retain the title. I still think that there's a possibility of him defending it at WrestleMania against someone. But yeah, him defending the title tomorrow against Sheamus. I like Sheamus to win, so he will get that that Grand Slam championship. That's the only championship he's lacking, the IC championship. Um, him and Cena are tied of who's not holding that title yet, and they both won the Royal Rumble, so it's add on their respective career. Um, so yeah, I still think that Braun will retain tomorrow. Then for the women's War Games match, that's Team Rhea Ripley with Rhea Ripley teaming up with one half the WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Bianca Belair, Damage Control's Io Sky, Naomi, and Bailey, the one who replaced Jade Cargill after Jade Cargill being injured against a team of Team Liv slash Naya. So it's Liv Morgan, Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, Tiffany Stratton, Miss Money in the Bank, and uh, Candice LeRae. Tomorrow, I think that Team Rhea will win. There's that possibility of her winning. I can see her pinning either Raquel or Liv Morgan. So there's a possible for her to have a title shot against Liv Morgan again. Probably against, Liv Morgan in a Raw or at least Saturday night's main event as well. But yeah, I'm taking Team Rhea tomorrow for that. And of course, the last match for tomorrow, it will be the men's War Games match, Team Bloodline. So it's Solo Sikoa teaming up with Tangaloa, Tamatonga, Jacob Fatu, and Big Bronson Reed against the OG Bloodline of Roman Reigns, Usos, so Jim and Jay, Sami Zayn, and the fifth member CM Punk. OG Bloodline will win tomorrow. Based on what I've noticed for the track for after SummerSlam and Roman Reigns returned, attack Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Then you have Bad Blood with Roman Reigns teaming with Cody Rhodes against Solo and Jacob Fatu, with them winning. Then Crown Jewel uh, New Bloodline wins in a six-man tag team match against OG Bloodline of Roman and the Usos. So it's really a strong argument for tomorrow of the OG Bloodline will win, probably setting a one-on-one match finally between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa, possibly again on Saturday night's main event. I know it's not a PLE, but it's being broadcast on NBC, which like reach a lot of reach definitely on a Saturday night. So I believe they'll be stacking that because on Saturday, the first match book for Saturday night's main event is Kevin Owens, facing for no fighting Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. So that's the first match book. So yeah, those are my prediction for SmackDown, sorry, War Games, and the SmackDown review. I still have like 10 minutes, so I'll take this moment. I'm thankful for this person who's singing. Uh, I know people say it's screen time. What a bad father I am. I don't think I'm a bad father, but I don't think I'm a good father. I'm in between. But the things my kids enjoy them. Whether I'm playing with my kids or not, they still enjoy these things. And I don't let my kids, watch some, as much as possible. I try to watch what they're watching and tell them, that's not a good show or thing to watch. Watch something else. Pick one. Um, my son, despite being 16 years old, he still love playing with games. Loves watching Sonic. Now I believe he's watching like Squid Games. It's dark. I'm not even watching Squid Games. I haven't seen Squid Games yet. And season two will be coming out next month, tomorrow even. I know next month is tomorrow. So my son, knows my Netflix account and he's watching, Squid Game, and I don't watch Squid Game. Although we have a date next month for Sonic 3 because I'm anticipating Sonic 3. He loves his Disney cars, all those stuff. My daughter is kinda, my eldest daughter is kinda the mature one. And right now she used to like Enhypen, she used to like BTS. I like BTS in a way. Just like Permission to Dance. That's it. Um, but yeah, she likes now her beanies, and I can't tease her because she's my daughter. I very love her very much. She's my princess. We'll be watching Moana 2 next week, so there might be a preemption of this programming or podcast. Sorry. Um, Youngest daughter, she likes her cartoons as well. She likes Roblox for some reason, but she likes her cartoons as well. My youngest son, my co-host, every day, the one who's eating a plastic bag of thing. She likes his Miss Rachel. He likes his Bluey. And I'm thankful about Bluey and Miss Rachel because I tried watching them with my son, and I find them entertaining. Even Bluey. I like Bluey more than Peppa Pig. And nothing against Peppa Pig or its creators, but Bluey has something, something personal. And it's a cartoon for kids, 3 year olds and above, maybe a year old. My son is 1 year old, and he likes it very much. And there was like this time when me and my wife, I was with my son, we were watching Bluey in a TV in our place in Manila, in my mom's place, and we were like hooked with Bluey for some reason because there's like much certain level of maturity and how the parents, Bandit and Chili, treat their daughters, Bluey and Bingo. I just really hope that they have like a son because they have two daughters. Bluey is a girl. I found out that Bluey is a girl and Bingo is a girl as well. But yeah, they were treating them like princesses, especially the dad. I can only aspire to be Bandit, the dog, of how he treats his daughters and his family. My favorite episode. I have two favorite episodes of Bluey. The one when their Bingo was trying to be like a big girl, that she can sleep on her own. No one's with her anymore. I like that episode. And the one when Bandit, her dad, is about to leave in for 6 weeks in a business trip, and they're like, I love that you're my hero, Bingo. They're like they really love each other. So I can only respect this. That's why I'm putting them in my tags because you can hear the voice of Miss Rachel singing and Bluey in the fewer episodes. Um, Even if you have kids, this is like I guess my suggestion or opinion about with parents. We can only aspire as much. I know us parents we only say that we only want what's best for our kids, and that's certainly true. But for me, even my first two eldest kids, my son and my eldest daughter, I always underestimate them. It's not because I don't want to expect too much, and maybe that's the reason why I don't want to expect too much. And I want them to take risk. Let them take certain risk, but still be there to guide them. Be still, always be there to help them out whenever they need. Every time that I talk to my kids, especially the eldest one, the elder ones, I never told them, I always tell them that I love them. I always tell that I care for them, and our living situation is weird because they're living with my mom and because they're studying there in Manila. I'm living here in our house in Laguna with my youngest son and my wife because my wife's work is near in our place here in Laguna, and she's still breastfeeding, and I'm doing freelance work as well as doing the show, this podcast. But yeah, always be there. Always support your kids, not just financially, but be there for them. Although I never tell them that, you know what? Yeah, maybe I should be doing this. And you can tell me that I'm a bad father. Because people always say the father should be like, the guiding light for, spiritualness. Yeah, there are times, you want to go to church, and yeah, they will tell you, go, go. But I never, because I'm not the type of father who will tell them, do this, do that, you know, don't do this, don't do that. Maybe the don't do this, don't do that, I normally do, because I don't want them to be, to have a negative impact in the community or whatnot. Um, but the thing is, I never tell them do this unless I have to. Because I want them to take risk. I want them to realize that, as much as I want to, I'm 41 years old, turning 42 next year. As much as I want to be there with them every single time of their life or their lives, I can't because that's reality. I can't always be there. That's why I always tell them if you have problems, tell me. If you need something, if you want something, tell me. Because here's what I can do. If I can do a lot of things for you, I would. I would jump the hoops. I would jump into flaming table or bed of nails just for them. I would die for my kids. I would die for my family. If not sound being morbid, but if me being gone forever means being well for them, that they will be always be taken care of, and every one of them will be fine or great, I'll be doing those so because that's reality. Love your kids. For the kids, love your parents, respect them, love them. You don't need to be the nicest, you know, son or daughter, but you only need to love them. You only need to respect them. You also need to understand your parents because not all parents are like me. That's so lenient. There are parents that are really really strict. I can be strict as well as I want to, but as much as possible, my kids are growing up. I it's a weird thing. I trust my kids to do the right thing. And even if they do the wrong thing, I will still respect them and love them. I just don't trust the society outside now. I'm not saying it's not safe, but yeah, some aspect of the world outside of our homes are no longer safe. I don't trust anyone outside. I trust my kids, but not anyone else. So the kids should be understanding to your parents as well that, oh, there's a reason why my parents is strict or strict because of this. I love you, my kids. I love you, my two sons. I'm not going to give you my names for security reasons, but I love you, all four of you. I will love you forever. I will always love you. You know, every time. I don't think that you guys are my happiness. Every achievement that you guys have, every happiness that you guys have, I'm always happy with you. If you guys cry, I cry with you. If you guys are hurting, I'm also hurting. That's unconditional love. So yeah, I love you guys. I love you. You know, you know who you are. I love you, my kids. But yeah, so that's it. That's for today's episode. I don't think I'll be having episode 34. 33 sounds good. I'm not promising that I have a show tomorrow because my wife will be here for Survivor Series review. But definitely, if not tomorrow, Monday morning, I'll be doing a Survivor Series review of what happened for tomorrow after tomorrow. So have a great weekend, guys. Thank you for watching, listening. The Pop and Wrestling Podcast with me, Coach 23, where we talk about pro wrestling, pop culture, and life in general. All through the town.